It's dead. Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's moments like these, on shows like these, to realize the importance of what it's like to be in part of a universe built on love, you know? Anyway, that's what the Eternals taught me.
What the Eternals taught me is when my feelings are too hard just to kill myself.
Yeah.
If only I could fly into the sun. Up next is American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
I wish the Eternals would have taught me how to fucking take a 2-hour drive that was supposed to be a 2-hour drive and not make it a fucking 4-hour drive.
Well, yeah, I flying to the sun about it.
Traffic is no.
I was actually going to write to fucking the Department of Transportation because there was a 4-mile long supposed construction zone where they had the barrels out for you to merge through for 3 miles. And then you get to where the construction zone is happening, and it's literally 10 feet, and dude's just sitting on the back of a truck at 6:30 at night. It's like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And then to cap it all off, not only did we get like maybe 5 miles past this zone, then there's an accident. It's like, look, just fucking push the cars off the side of the road, chuck the bodies in the ditch, let them sort it out later. We've got places to be. And then 20 miles down the road, another construction zone. God damn it. Why is there construction at night?
I don't know. Just to fuck with us personally?
Well, clearly that's what they had in store today. They're like, hey, that guy is in Albuquerque, and we are going to make his drive home miserable and shitty because his drive here this morning was great and it went quick.
It's the universe's way of just bending you over and going in dry, Kendo.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much the story today. I should have known that I was in for it when the first 2 hours of the day, driving straight into the sun, coming through the windshield, blinding me, and I was pretty much driving by feel in collision defense, that things were going to get really bad because I was lured in and they fucking hucklebucked me and bent me over. Bastards. So I'm a little worked up today.
Well, it's okay. Be worked up, be fired up, because it's Thursday night. It's World Class Bullshitters time. So, Dion, we have been hanging out for the last couple of days. How's it feel to be back in the land that looks like a myth?
I mean, it's nice. I mean, I get to see my kid and everything, but I was down to stay a couple of days out there in Hawaii because we were having a fantastic fucking time. A lot of brewskis, a lot of tootskis, a lot of fun times were had. Just makes me excited for the next one, man.
Hell yeah. I mean, Universal Studios was probably the most fun we had. What do you think? I don't know. Every day was fun, but Universal Studios was something else.
Yeah, it's easily top 3. It could be the best time we've had together because that, like I said, Universal and hanging out, you know, even watching that shit show, The Eternals, was fun because we got to talk and laugh about it. You know, doing the High Council. You know,
I won't go that far and say it was still fun because it was a miserable nightmare.
Well, the movie itself wasn't fun, but that was an experience to add to the repertoire of the 2021 LI trip.
LI. Is that how we're going to refer to it every year? We're just going to do the 2022 LI trip like that?
Yep.
I'm down. So, folks, we have some topics to talk about tonight. We'll spare you too much Eternals details, but Kendo, you dodged the bullet, buddy.
Well, apparently I made up for it today. So there's that.
Okay, so it took an extra 2 hours to get home?
Yes.
Well, you owe us 37 more minutes of pain because that's what the Eternals was.
Well, I could tell you some stories about how I made that up today too, but let's not get into too many personal details. I'll give you the crib notes later.
Oh, deal. So, Dion, what would you say was the worst part of the Eternals?
Can I take everywhere between the beginning and in between the credits?
Yes, you can for 500.
That's what I'm going to go. I'll gladly pay 500 for that.
I am with you. To give an honest answer to the audience, because they do want to hear what we have to say. Folks, there's never been a more milquetoast group of superheroes. I mean, I've read lots and lots of comic books. I've seen, I think, almost every comic book movie made, you know, the big ones. I haven't. Look, fan ones don't count. But we've seen a lot of them. I've never seen anything that's going to make me believe the Eternals are exciting and fun and visually stunning. I mean, every way that they sell you this film is not true. It's like, oh, it's visually appealing. It's kind of brown and ugly. It's got great action. No, it doesn't. All the action scenes are kind of generic and samey. Well, it's got a really great plot twist. Is it really a twist, though, if you could see it coming a mile away? I mean, it really doesn't have any legs to stand on. I'll say it again, it's the worst Marvel movie. It is worse than Captain Marvel.
By far. It is.
That's saying a lot, too.
Yeah, it is. So it's nonsensical. It's haphazardly thrown together. Even the action scenes pretty much are what you see in the trailers. And all the bad guys outside of, the fucking Airshim or whatever his nuts was, all the other action scenes are all faceless bad guys. It's very much in the same vein as the first Suicide Squad, where, they had the faceless bad guys that all got taken over by the witch and her brother. That's what it was. You have these faceless monsters that they fight occasionally, and that's literally it. No cool battle scenes, no cool villains, and then just characters just doing things. And it's like, oh, they're supposed to be interesting because they're immortal. And then you're like, oh, this is incredibly not interesting at all.
I was just so mad because how expensive the tickets were, but I won't complain about that.
Wait a second.
What I will say, folks,
can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
If they're immortal, how did one die? Doesn't that kind of cut against the whole immortality deal?
Yes.
Except, I think immortal just means you don't die of natural causes. You can still die if you're immortal, but
it's not the rules I've ever heard of. These are some fast and loose rules like they did with Endgame, where they played fast and loose with time travel.
Fastos and loose?
Yes. Fastest and loosest.
Dude, I can't think of a lamer superhero. It's easy to dunk on this character, so we will. No, in all honesty, all the Eternals are equally lame, and you'll do yourselves a favor by skipping this movie. Never watch it. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, do not spend money on this.
Do not. Oh god, there's a lot of great new accounts this week. There's some burned nuts, and your cheeks are getting slapped, Dion. So be prepared for a fun show.
Shit.
Getting clapped.
Let's take it back a second and treat this show like we always do. So, folks, over on Patreon, we have a new subscriber. Thank you to our friend Bruno. Thank you very much, Bruno, as well as Paul Otis. Thank you for joining us over there. Because we were late this week, we're going to do some extra bonus content and put that over on Patreon as a way of saying, hey, thanks for supporting the channel. So be on the lookout for that. And folks, if you would like to hear that content, watch that content, consume that, and thousands of hours of other content from world-class bullshitters throughout the years, check out our Patreon page. Guys, we do have something.
We should tell them that we're going to do a special video for them and then just play that clip from South Park. We're sorry.
I like that.
There you go.
Well, there we go. So we also have something exciting to talk about tonight. The Wokebuster campaign. The email link is in the chat right now. So folks, click on the link. If our mods could drop that in the chat right now, you guys can sign up so you don't miss out on the updates. I've been talking to a couple people. We're getting the promotion machine rolling behind the scenes and getting all this stuff lined up to launch quite soon. So be on the lookout for that. But folks, the link is in the description below. So thank you and check it out. Dion, Kendo, are you guys excited for Wokebusters? Or are you as excited as I am?
I am. Definitely.
Oh, good. There's some more stuff I'll share with you guys off air, but it's going to be epic. So, folks, be on the lookout for that. Yesterday, I was actually on Pete's stream. We were talking about the Everlasting Survivors comic. So, I've just been making the rounds everywhere. So, be on the lookout for random interviews on other channels. I'll start making those announcements when I go there as well. Now, guys, last week, our friend Ninja Lawyer Steve really loved the word of the week. So he went ahead and made us some posters. Let's check those out, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. So last week, it was tomatoes. So first off, we have Dances with Tomatoes, starring Kevin Costner, winner of 7 Oscars. Kind of impressive.
6 more than Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
He didn't win one for a movie.
It still counts. Up next, we have Sean Connery in The Hunt for Red Tomato. Also stars Alec Baldwin. We'll leave that alone.
Ooh. Don't let him shoot a shot.
Yeah.
Well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take unless you're Alec Baldwin. You take... Never mind. We have Stephen King's Children of the Tomato.
Yeah, that dude's batting 1,000.
Finally, a progressive film that strikes a blow against corn privilege. Scott Mendelsohn. We also have our friend The Clan of the Cave Tomato, starring Daryl Hannah. Good for Daryl. At the dawn of veg kind, a woman led the way.
I'm sorry, The Clan of the Cave Tomato. That just sounds funny as hell. Watch it.
Felicity Huffman, Trans Tomato. Salad is more than the sum of its parts.
Ooh.
Coming this December from IFC Films.
Is it a vegetable or is it a fruit? We don't know.
You could still put it in a salad. We have Tomato Christ Superstar, and I do love the fact that it's the Veggie Tales tomato.
That's a great one. I like that one a lot.
I dig that one.
Steven Seagal against the tomatoes. He lives by the deep fryer. He will die by it.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
Yeah, definitely. If you've seen how fat that guy's gotten, he ain't eating any fruits or vegetables for sure.
Do you remember that martial arts demonstration he did in Russia, where he just started doing he was tapping people on the arms and just moving around like an idiot? Have you ever seen that video?
Yeah, dude.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, and that's how he has just been doing nothing but counting weird checks and filling up that goddamn beer belly. And it's funny whenever he wears a gi because he's so fat.
Here's one. A beast more frightening than your most terrifying nightmare. The Crater Lake Tomato.
By the gods.
I'll check that one out. We also have the Loch Ness Tomato. It is alive. At last, the world's most treasured story comes to the screen.
Watch out.
I'd watch that.
From time unborn, a hideous veg thing. Tomato from the year 5000.
I mean, I'll check out a tomato with tits.
From the year 5000.
Yeah. How about we rip this movie off? Tomato from the year 3535.
I dig it.
Yes, and it's not a tomato. The evil beast is a naked woman with a tomato head, and she's known as tomato.
Known as beep boop bop bop.
Yeah, you beep booped out the entire thing. Say it again.
I said we could totally use the naked babe with the tomato head as our bad guy, and she could be known as the Tito.
All right. Write it down. Let's make it happen.
I dig it.
We have Red Tomato. To understand the origin of evil, you must go back to the beginning. The first and most terrifying chapter in the Cannibal Tomato trilogy. Let my tomatoes come. Wow.
Oh, I mean that's a way different movie than I think we were thinking of here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like ketchup, so I might not be a fan of that movie.
Sure, it's ketchup that you don't like. Here we go. Tomato King.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let my tomatoes go. Tomatoes do not belong in cages.
That bitch, Tomato Baskin.
Yeah.
Tomatoes from
Carrot
Iwo
Baskin.
Jima. Carrot Baskin. So there's the tomatoes from Iwo Jima, and that is our final one.
Tomatoes from Iwo Jima. They tried to sauce us. We fought back.
The sauces of our father. Yeah, that sounded really weird. Miss Ninja Julian, thank you very much. So let's start talking about some of our big topics tonight. Where do you guys want to start? Should we start with Spider-Man, Disney? There's really... I don't want to talk about the Eternals anymore, Dion. Don't let me do it.
It's okay.
No, don't do that.
We always hit the Spider-Man, man. Gets some kind of interesting stuff.
Okay, so we'll talk about this, and then we're going to check in with the audience. because we started a little late, folks, tonight, we're going to be doing things a little out of order, but things should be getting back to normal right about now. So Spider-Man No Way Home is out in about a month and a week from today. And earlier this week, we had a bunch of allegedly leaked images drop online where John Campea himself decided to slap his watermark on there, I guess because he was looking for attention. I have seen these images.
Something else when he was
gonna slap some ham.
Yeah, he's gonna slap some ham, slap some meat. Either way, Campea's beating off to Spider-Man. I guarantee.
I thought he was gonna slap his thigh and try to do a super kick.
That happened.
Tune up the band.
John Campea tries to super kick the camera.
Fucking tears his hammy.
Oh, slapping his wife's boyfriend is Paul Otis.
Oh, dirty.
Yeah. So I'm going to pull up an image from Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I'm not going to go through these leaks tonight on the show. You guys can check those out. For those who don't want to be spoiled, awesome. For those who do want to be spoiled, all you have to do is take a simple Google search. But I am convinced that the images that are being shared around from behind the scenes, and this is the new poster, but I'm convinced that those allegedly leaked photos are all fake because they just don't look real. And I'm pretty sure that one of the photos uses a source image from Spider-Man 3, which was a red flag. Now, guys, Spider-Man No Way Home has so much to live up to, because if it does not feature the 3 Spider-Men, if it does not feature a whirlwind adventure with every actor and every villain and every callback, you're going to have a lot of disappointed people. And I don't think that's the movie's fault. I think this is one of the rare situations where people have put so much expectation on this to the point where they're putting out fake shit for wish fulfillment. And if this movie does not feature it, I don't think these people are going to be able to handle it. They're going to take it out as like, the movie sucks because it didn't have the thing I want. And I'm like, look, if the movie sucks on its own merit, definitely rail it. But don't get mad because it didn't feature the thing you thought you were going to get from the internet. How do you guys feel about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility, especially with, how, Marvel definitely needs a win, especially after Eternals. I'm not, after looking at this image, I'm not 100% gonna attach my pony to them being fake. But
that was no Dion. The image I'm sharing originally was just the poster to the movie. That's not fake.
That was the actual poster to the movie.
That's the real movie poster. That was never in question. This is the type of shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, because like I said, those type of fake ass images, especially if they truly are, that definitely does more harm than good. Like I said, I'm with you. I'm hoping that it is that good. I'm really hoping they do bring the 3 Spider-Men together. Particularly, I just want to see Tobey Maguire again. But man, if we're at the point where they're putting out fake images, that's not going to do any fucking good, because, word of mouth is a real thing. Second weekend drop-offs are a real fucking thing. And if they're putting this, if it's definitely Marvel or Sony, that's just dumb. That's a huge marketing fuck up.
Yeah. Kendo, what do you think about this?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be disappointed by this movie, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I'm probably going to watch it. I didn't watch the last one. And 2, even if I do decide to watch it, my expectations are so fucking low. There's nothing they can do to, fall underneath those. So, disappointment, that ain't happening on this end.
Hold on a second. I was trying to get the image that I wanted to share that I think this is based off of. But I'll be the happiest dude in the world to see Tobey Maguire back. This isn't a whole let's rail against the fun popular thing. It's just, I think that people are going about it all wrong. And goddamn it, Google, why do you suck now when I want to get a picture from Spider-Man 3? Because it's a very famous photo that this is using. And it's just like a really obvious Photoshop. And I don't know why everyone's like, oh, this is real. When I'm like, this is just this image where they just Photoshopped legs onto it and it's blurry as shit so you can't see it anymore. But I don't know. I think the internet knows I'm trying to dispel the fun. You guys keep talking for a minute about something.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, if that's real, damn, Sammy Watkins, Sammy Watkins. If that's what Marvel's doing now, Marvel and Sony, that's just so fucking dumb. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't even be the first to say that it's Marvel doing this. But yeah, if it isn't, that kind of protects them a little bit. But if you build all that shit up for it to be a letdown, yeah, man, that's a huge marketing screw up.
So, as you see, you right here in the corner, right here, this bottom left-hand corner of Spider-Man looking up, right? Hello?
Yep. Yeah, we see it.
Okay. You got to respond. So that one right there, it's like clearly this image from Spider-Man 3 pulled up. Like, it's just that fucking Photoshop to look like he's standing there. It's like the same pose.
It looks like a toy version of it too. That doesn't look like actual Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It looks like NECA.
This is a real image from this is a real image from Spider-Man 3. The other one that I'm showing is like somebody took this image, doctored it, and then they're reporting it as real. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it sucks because I'm a Spider-Man fan. I'm being set up for disappointment too because I thought the trailer and everything they had shown so far was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, would I like to see Tobey Maguire Spider-Man come busting ass onto the screen? You damn right I would. Do I expect it to happen? No. And that's why I don't want to like go into this thing and, oh man, we're going to get to have Tobey Maguire back as Spider-Man. It's been like 50 years. This is going to be sweet. And then it doesn't happen.
We're just trying to check out what people's comments are about the real fake. Yeah, it is weird, WCW, that they've barely released any promotional stuff for this film. They've had maybe 1 or 2 trailers and a poster. I understand secrecy, but like all the merchandise and stuff came out about the movie, like the images and stuff came out months ago, and nobody ever reported on that. That's usually where all the leaks and stuff come from. It's like all of these leaks from this movie are just they're baseless. It's like we have other stuff that's out there, but I don't know. All right. Well, you guys are a barrel of laughs. So let's keep on moving forward.
Just have to see what happens.
The audience. So I'm going to check in with the audience here. Let's see. So up first, thank you very much, folks. Sorry we were running a little late tonight. Up first, we have our friend. Let's see where we're at here. Let's see. From Primer, who says, "Hail WCBS, I'll take a Brie Larson punch and a slap nuts." Sure. So first off, we have a Brie Larson for you. Where's that at?
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
Never gets old.
Nope. And up next, you asked for.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
It's Mr. Flatnut to you.
Just amazing how continuously uncool Jeff Jarrett sounds.
Oh, by the way, remember when Mephisto was confirmed to be in WandaVision and Mephisto was going to be in everything in the MCU?
Oh, yeah.
That's the same level as this shit.
No.
He never showed up, but Mephisto was reported everywhere. Oh, it's Mephisto. It's Mephisto. We have all this shit. It's like, do we? It's confirmed. It's confirmed.
Mephisto sounds like a porno.
What?
I mean, depends on what you're into, but it definitely can be.
Yeah.
Even the Marvel property, you can make it into a porno.
Yeah.
Evan Stone is Mephisto.
He's a dirty
coming 2022.
Let's make a deal.
Primer, thank you very much. Cesario Japan says, "Damn it, John Campia, why do you do Spider-Man dirty like that?" Oh, wait, clout. Yeah, well, I guess there's not much to talk about this week. SH Rebels 08 says, I'll take a Joe Rogan and a George Bush, please. Sure. Where are we at here? So which Joe Rogan did you want?
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
And then let's see.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but the Greg Fitzsimmons, I have no idea what the hell I just watched face makes that whole clip.
I agree. Dr. Coffin Nails, thank you very much. He says, fun fact, Jack Kirby never wanted the Eternals to be part of the Marvel community. That's why when the Hulk guest starred, he turned out to be a robot. Dr. Coffin Nails, thank you for telling us that. Like I had said before, they didn't print or publish Eternals books for most of our lives. It's a weird, like, generational gap. So I didn't even know that stuff, but it's like it was just a curse, not a cursed property, but it's a dumb property to adapt anyway. The New Gods should be a movie, not the Eternals.
It was a weird choice for sure.
Yeah. SH Rebels 08 says, I take Uncle Ben and Buffalo Jeff's secret button. Oh, okay. SH Rebels 08. Somebody wants to hear a lot of stuff tonight. Thank you. So let's see. Uncle Ben. I don't know where Uncle Ben's at.
You found my secret button. Lucky you. Lucky me.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Uncle Ben.
Damn.
It's so bad that it's funny.
I love it.
R.I.P. that guy.
Cliff Robertson?
Him too.
Kendo's Burned Nuts says, Dion was too rough on me with those cheeks. Needs moisturizer.
All right.
Damn.
I didn't know you guys partied like that.
Put on my business in the streets.
No judgment. I mean, never. Now, TLJ Screwjob,
shit
very much to when you party naked. TLJ Screwjob says, well, I got to work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Sorry I can't stick around, but have fun, everyone. Can I get a Joe Rogan and a Mr. Slapnut for me and Kendo, please? A lot of requests for some Joe Rogan tonight. Is he, like, in the news?
Dude, Joe Rogan is always in the news because he's become a divisive figure at this point. And he is one of those people that has been able to, switch from heel to face depending on which side you're on, like 5 times in the last 6 months.
Yeah, dude has the Big Show ability to change character, man.
Yeah, like you either love him or hate him, and then 2 months later you hate him if you loved him, and vice versa, and then you come back around to him. It's bizarre.
I don't follow him anymore. I used to be like such a fan. I'd watch all the clips, and then maybe it was a year or two ago, I just lost interest. It's not anything specific he said. I don't know, but I'm glad he's still crazy. So here's your Joe Rogan button.
Imagine if you gave a white supremacist 5 MEO DMT, and then as the first one, as they're exhaling,
Yeah.
What a rush!
That's my personal favorite.
That's so
I don't
good.
know what the hell's going on with the bathtub thing, but it's a funny image.
That's how I feel about it too. I don't even know what's going on. I made the fucking thing.
Yeah, it's like it's hey everybody, here's Joe Rogan in a bathtub in black and white. Enjoy.
The best part is he filmed himself. He's like, "Hey, check me out."
Yeah, it's like, is he flexing? Is he like trying to sit up? Is he just doing like breathing? We don't know. We have no idea what's happening there. But
Do we
it's
want to
intriguing. It's provocative.
Oh, it's like
Gets the
Morton
people
Downey
going.
Yeah.
That's what I always wanted. Oh, also, since we have
did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
It's Mr. Flatnut to you.
Oh, he's great. I like how he phrases that. accidentally hit the moose with his car. Like, you would go out of your way to try to hit a moose with your car.
I mean, maybe some people are just assholes.
I don't know, dude. That just still seems like a bad idea. Moose, those things are fucking big. They'd be like, yeah, dude, did you see that guy accidentally hit that big ass truck with his car, as opposed to just like intentionally driving into a big ass truck?
Well, Joe's usually not sober, so I'm assuming.
Well, there's that. My only question about that video is, did the moose break its knuckles? The people want to know.
Well, it's like the center. It's like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? You know, it's subjective.
We'll never know if that moose broke its knuckles when it got hit by the car.
Wasn't there a wrestler named Mickey Knuckles who like broke her hip or something when wrestling? Or Dion, that's the chick. That's the chick that we watched the video where she's wrestling in the gym and she goes, "Oh, my fucking leg! I broke my leg! I'm going to the shop."
Oh shit! Yeah.
Is that big chick that's trying to do like a dive off the side of the fucking apron and breaks her leg?
Yeah, like up by her fucking thigh.
Yeah. She was a Mexican wrestler, so because it was in some Mexican promotion.
Yeah, dude, there's like a video it's like a 30-second clip on YouTube. It's just like wrestler breaks leg, and it's just this big, not Nia Jax, but Nia Jax sized chick that tries to do like a fucking like a senton off of the dive off of the side of the apron on like two other women, and she just comes all the way down, and her leg takes all of it, and it just gives way. And she tries to pick it up, and it's just hanging at an angle it ain't supposed to. That's funny.
God, I'll send you the link later, Dion. You go, ew. Ninja Lawyer Steve, when making a podcast, don't forget to add the tomatoes. Well, Ninja Lawyer Steve, we definitely did not forget to check out the tomato posters, and thank you again for making those. Scottski02 says,
"This is punishment for being late, Dion."
Jesus.
Joseph Bienwich says, "Let's just call it the internals. It was like watching a lower GI series dry, hard, slow, and deep. Impact the leather Cheerio. Anyway, party boom!"
Jesus, that is a hell of an image.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty accurate.
Darian217 asks, "Is that worse than Sid Vicious's leg break?"
No, the Sid Vicious one's still really bad.
Yeah, Sid's is way worse, and for the main reason of one, the whole time he's getting up on that turnbuckle, you know it's a bad idea because it's Sid Vicious. Yeah. And if you've watched him for more than 5 minutes, you're like, that motherfucker doesn't do high spots. And as soon as he comes down, you can see the way he jumps off. This guy with his like 6'10", 350-pound body, and you see the skinny ass fucking leg sticking down there that's supposed to catch all this, and you know it's going to be bad. And then he breaks his leg, and then Big Papa Pump decides he has to finish the match and goes to hook his leg and pin him, and he hooks the broken leg, I believe. So yeah, that's way worse. That is way worse on every level.
Yeah, I don't want to watch the video. I don't want to experience any of it. It all sucks. Well,
that's not that bad.
I won't make a button.
Folks, if you want a Sid Vicious leg break button, just go ahead and put it in the chat.
So you're gonna have to edit it.
Okay.
Cool. Then you do it. Then we'll put it on here. Maybe.
All right, I'll figure out how to do it.
Darian217, thank you for your super generous super chat. He says, "No time for foreplay tonight. Lightning round style."
I can't wait for you to come back, Dion. We'll have so much more fun.
Yeah, that makes it less likely.
Where are my horses?
Yeah, no.
Kendo, Dion cannot handle when I do the voice in person.
I kind of
somehow
figured.
He like clams up. You roll into a little ball. You try to make yourself tiny.
Yeah, man. Covering up for some gigantic weirdo about to start nibbling on my ears or some shit.
So in other words, what you're saying is that you just should do it in person more often.
Definitely not. No, that's the opposite of what we think should happen.
I mean, that's how I think it should happen.
Nah, dog. That ain't me.
You're from Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm from Buffalo. No.
Oh, I just watched the Mickey Knuckles video. It's worse than the Psycho Sid one because it's way up in her fucking femur and it like roll. I shouldn't have watched that. It's on Reddit. Don't.
Excellent.
Our friend Late Ass Kendo says, "I'm late. Did I miss anything?" Primer, thank you very much, says, "Bringing back Tobey Maguire has me concerned. What if they pull a Last Jedi and destroy his character and then unceremoniously kill him off?" Well, Primer, I have a video I'm working on about the rumors. Not to be the wet blanket. Like I said, no. Find 5 people that said, "Hey, I saw Spider-Man the movie and it determined what I wanted to do for a career." I'm one of those 5 people. So I really love that shit. Sam Raimi Spider-Man all day long. If all of this is just a way to see if people would want to buy like old Spider-Man merchandise, sign me up. I will buy Hot Toys of Tobey Maguire again. I got the original one. Please let me get another one. But the leaks I'm reading, some of these leaked plot points, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Some of the things they're writing, it's like based on logic from the old movies, and they're basically trying to take the information we have from the movies and guess. And it's cool and it's fun. I don't believe it. Xavier to God, thank you very much. Says, I want to ask you guys what.
That is not the same video I was thinking of, the lady breaking her leg. This is a different video.
Oh, okay, good. Pretty up there?
Oh yeah, it was like way up her leg, like, and then she like picked it up and it fucking started hanging backwards and shit. That is fucking awful, but funny as hell.
Oh.
And she probably did it for a couple of hot dogs and a cheeseburger, working them fucking indie mud shows.
It's paying her dues, brother. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Great.
Oh, that was a request. Sorry, brother. That was for Doxy Mom in the chat. Dion, you should learn how to play Wonderwall.
Today is gonna be the day. Then gonna be the day that it's gonna be the day.
Yep. Nope. Not. No.
He only says it once.
Oh, you haven't seen that video of the version?
No, I've seen that.
No,
I've seen that video because you made sure to show it to me one day while we were sitting there at Phil's house watching Trading Places. Because you know how I feel about Oasis and you know how I feel about Wonderwall, and you're like, hey, check this out. I'm just like, okay.
You remembered it, so it was successful.
Yeah, because today's gonna be today. It's gonna be the day. It's gonna be the day. It's gonna be the day. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, Dion, we'll watch that over New Year's.
They've got a Smash Mouth version of that too. That's actually more. That one's actually kind of funny.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming.
that's why that one's a little bit more funnier.
Yes, dude, I love to troll people with that because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play an old song from the '90s, and they're like, oh, All Star, cool, and so it usually starts playing because it's the one that gets to the years stop coming and they don't stop coming part.
Yeah.
And then everyone looks at me and goes, dude, what the fuck? And I'm just like laughing.
You're like, shit, it's a Millie Vanilli moment.
Girl, you know it's. Girl, you know it's. Didn't that guy kill himself?
I think one of them was dead, but I don't think he killed himself.
Yeah, I think the light skinned dude killed himself.
Oh, I can't make a joke about that. That's shitty. Oh, but yeah.
You think he would have faked it like he did his whole career? I can make that joke.
There you go. Xavier to God, thank you very much. He says, I want to ask you guys. Some idiot tried to tell me that Snipes ruined Blade for a generation and Ali will be better. Well, Xavier to God,
idiot.
Yeah, as you know, he's already an idiot, so don't listen to him. But how the hell is some blind fanboy going to say, based on a line of dialogue, he's going to be the better Blade? No. See the movie, then you can have the argument. But Blade was not ruined by Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes made Blade accessible to the world, not just a generation of whatever, because you met some snarky pisshand on the internet that wants to think they're so smarter than you are, or so much smarter than you are. Whoop-de-doo. Well, guess what? Wesley Snipes is still Blade to so many people. It was a trilogy. We like to forget. Okay, let me rephrase that. Society likes to just forget everything, but Marvel wants you to think that the comic book movie starts and stops with the MCU. And they forgot that 10 years prior, there was a little film called Blade, and, well, it changed everything. And Wesley Snipes is the most important guy, actor-wise, to all of this shit, because he's the guy that proved it would work for Marvel. So you can't underestimate his importance, and you can't throw him under the bus. I don't know what else to say about it.
Okay, so I looked up Millie Vanilli here, and the dude's been dead for a really long time. Second thing is he actually shares a birthday with my dad. Well, not the actual day. And third, his death was ruled accidental, so he accidentally offed himself. So he did fake off himself, just like he faked singing.
Damn.
I'll allow it. I just think of the early 90s, and man, Millie
and he was a crowd, so there you go.
They were German?
He was. The other guy was French, so the French and the Germans got together to, fake being musicians, which is weird because typically they do not have a positive history together.
Oh, Millie Vanilli.
Blame It on the Rain's an okay song.
Yeah, by the people that actually sang it, probably.
Obviously. I'm not saying, hey, they did a great job. The people who actually sang it did a great job.
Yeah, they danced really great while the other people sang.
Well, yeah. I'm not giving them the credit. Give the real people the credit. But it's still an okay song. Blame It on the Rain. Yeah, yeah.
Didn't the real people that sang try to didn't they have a weird thing where they tried to be have an actual career, and Millie Vanilli actually tried to have their own career where they sang their own shit, and it was just
because I think that's how they got caught was
horrific.
The people who were actually doing the vocals, they didn't get any credit for the Grammy, and so that's how they got caught was.
They got caught because that track kept skipping on him. The girl when they were like, "Girl, it's true." That thing got stuck on the tracks. Started skipping, and it did not work out well.
Girl,
that's Ashley Simpson, Philly.
She did it too, and she blamed it on acid reflux.
Did she?
So fun.
Yeah, dude. Saturday Night Live, she was supposed to sing, and she came out and her song started playing and everything like that, and the vocals started coming on, but she hadn't started singing yet. And so they hurried up and cut it off, and she started doing this weird dance thing. And then the vocals kicked in again or something weird like that. And then they immediately just cut it all, and she ran off stage, and they were like, oh yeah. So apparently she had some kind of acid reflux problem, and that's what happened. It's acid reflux doesn't make you not sing, but your voice is being heard. It doesn't turn you into a ventriloquist. It was one of the funnier explanations I've ever heard of for getting caught lip syncing.
I'm sorry, I had to mute the mic for a minute and rewatch Millie Vanilli. I just watched the clip.
Yeah, the dude just immediately panics and runs off stage.
Yeah, it's just a beat by beat article. July 1989, July 21st, 1989. It's just got point by points. How many people were stripped of a Grammy?
I'm assuming everyone that was
involved. I'm guessing just Millie Vanilli, because I don't know of anybody else that was high enough profile. I mean, there might be some low profile people that have been, stripped of Grammys, but I can't think of anybody that's relatively high profile individual that I can
doesn't the label get a Grammy too whenever an artist wins one?
That I don't know. I'm assuming they probably follow the same thing as Oscar rules. If your movie, if you win Best Picture, everybody involved for the most part gets one, unless you're Tyler Perry. Then you just get one for yourself because you're just such a great contributor to everything. But I would guess they would probably get a little Grammy statue thing that's hey, you produced this song and it won a Grammy. Congratulations. It's kind of how the locker room staff gets a fucking Super Bowl ring.
They do.
Right. That's what
Yeah, dude. Pretty much.
That.
No, dude. The players get a ring. All the coaches get a ring. People that work for the organization typically get rings.
Get a ring.
Can Loudy get a ring?
If he's involved in the day-to-day operations of the team and they win, yes.
All right, Loudy, you heard it here. That's how you're gonna get your ring, brother.
Yeah, because I know, like, I think 52 people can get their name on the Stanley Cup, but they have to, like, actually be directly involved with the team, because there was a story about how some dude just put his dad's name on it for funsies, and they eventually had to strike it out.
Ouch.
Yeah. Well, he had nothing to do with it.
Ray Finkel got a ring.
He did. He had an AFC Champions ring, and it was missing one little stone, and that's why, Ace had to go around looking at dicks and getting punched in the face.
Oh, come on. That's a fun movie.
That is actually a really fun movie. They're remaking that?
I'm sure they are. What aren't they remaking?
That's an accurate statement.
That's another accurate statement. They're not
making good shit either.
We're at a cultural standstill. That's where we're at. And it's kind of disappointing we're in the prime of our lives in quotations, and it's just like everything has come to a standstill entertainment wise.
Dude, I think you're right though. They should just remake bad movies, because how much worse can it get?
What's the worst?
Okay, making the film.
They should remake It's Pat.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I feel like nowadays that one might be picketed on Twitter.
They should do like a hard gritty reboot.
So, like,
how do you
Pat
make that
is
hard
like some
gritty?
kind of non-gender binary fucking
story?
like vigilante or something like that. And she's like going around like stopping robberies and other horrible shit, because that actually might be kind of entertaining.
Chapter 2?
Yeah.
Yes to everything you just said.
Out of him, then he gets dumped off of a bridge or something.
Oh, I could act. You know what? That actually might be a very good remake of a movie if you make It's Pat, but it's just like a vigilante version.
Fucking Hans
Who is it? Who is
it? The music.
Dude, I know how the fucking trailer ends. It's like this guy's in this room scared, and all of a sudden he hears a knock on the door. A thud. Who is it? Who is it? And then it's Pat, and then boom, gun blast coming soon. Theater near
I've been looking for you.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Just go fucking get what's her name to play It's Pat again too, except for she's like a gritty vigilante. What was her name?
Julia Sweeney.
Yeah, Julia Sweeney.
I was hoping we get Meryl Streep
or a sister. I'm the last thing you're gonna see.
Yeah, I'd watch.
So we got a fun game, and then we're gonna talk about something that's not necessarily too fun. So first off, Adam Wofford, thank you. He says, "Okay, fuck, marry, kill, Black Cat, Psylocke, or Tigra."
Ooh, fuck Psylocke, marry Black Cat, kill Tigra.
I'm not familiar with any of those, so I'm gonna say kill the third one, fuck the second one, and marry the first one.
Good call. I will. Well, this is hard because it's like Black Cat has the bad luck powers, and she's a criminal and probably going to screw you over. So I'm going to fuck her, marry Psylocke, and kill Tigra because it's weird. Also,
well, see,
who would you like to play?
Here's the thing. If you marry Black Cat and she's got the bad luck powers, then you could just go around betting people and just make sure she's with you, because you're going to win. Be like, yeah, I think this team's going to win. And he says, nah, man, this team's going to win. And be like, well, I'll even give you 20 points. Well, yeah, dude, that'd be fine. And your team's going to win in a blowout because she'll curse him.
Now, oh, shit. And she's her. So, yeah, that's kind of a good. Will she play ball, though?
I'm sure she would.
She probably was going to go into business for herself. So just fuck her.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my original plan. Also, who would you like to play them in a live action movie? I'm going to stick with Olivia Munn as Psylocke because she looks pretty damn good as Psylocke.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. She
it was spot on.
Yeah, she looks fantastic.
Halle Berry for all three.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just fucking throwing shit out here at this point. I have no idea who I'd want to play them.
This point. Who should play? I'll go with who's going to play Black Cat?
Alexandria Daddario.
Oh yeah, Alexandria Daddario.
Ooh.
Maybe I want to marry her now. No. I'm sticking with my plan or my original plan. Also, you wanted a number 7 and a number 13. Adam offered. You got it, my friend. So here is your number 7 right here.
Wrong!
And here is your number 13.
Be excellent to each other.
Rarely get that one.
Yeah, good.
Thank you, Adam Offered. Yeah. Good words to end a YouTube video by. Jeff Stark, thank you very much. And now, folks, we're going to get back to the show in a second. He says, hey, Jeff, I got all my books and swag. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Well, Jeff Stark, thank you very much. I once received a very kind message on Instagram and was inspired to start a lot of stuff. So thank you, Jeff Stark. Now, you guys want to look at something beautiful or ugly?
Beautiful, preferably.
Well, joke's on you. You don't have a choice.
Oh, well, thanks for asking.
I just thought so, man. Happy birthday, buddy. Love you.
Appreciate
so, on a scale of 1 to 10, how terrible was Jared Leto's Joker in Suicide Squad? 10 being the worst, 1 being the best possible.
That's a solid 8.
You solid 8, Kendo? All right, Kendo's a 10 out of 10. He's the worst. I'm going to go, he's pretty bad, too. Have you seen the other design for Jared Leto's Joker?
Is it the one with him, the long hair that ended up in the Snyder Cut?
Nope.
Well, I can't wait to be wanting to throw up.
All right, so folks, be sure you're looking at the camera right now. This is so let me give a little bit of a preface. So allegedly, there's an Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, which I guess I must have missed that confirmation, or is this just images of a proto version of the Joker? I don't know. I don't care about David Ayer's Suicide Squad. What I do care about is David Ayer's End of Watch and his other work. So I think he's a talented filmmaker. Dude, just get over Suicide Squad and run into something else because it sucked. It will suck. Snyder's cut is still the same as the other cut. It's the same movie. Didn't get much better. So we had Jared Leto's Joker, and it was terrible. But it could have looked even worse. So what's the opposite of Ellen DeGeneres with fronts? Whatever the hell this is.
Oh,
what do you think of that one, guys?
What?
Ouch. That yeah, I kind of want to go and pray.
So his
I'm glad you
eyebrows
didn't go with that,
were
because that was fucking ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
that looks like Ellen DeGeneres after a bender.
It kind of does. I didn't realize Jared Leto. He looks like he got his shit beaten like in a Fight Club. That's what he looks like here.
Yeah.
This is what
he looks like he fucking passed a frat party. He just drew on his ass with marker.
Instead of a dick, they drew a tear and a Joker smile.
Yeah. It's like, this will be funny. It's like, yeah, you're doing it wrong, but okay.
You ain't gonna wake up happy. So this is obviously very different from the one we got before. In my opinion, it's still somehow worse. It's like, guys, this is the worst Joker I've ever seen. Yeah, but have you seen the other version of it? No. Oh shit. And this is it.
This looks like if Rob Zombie reimagined the Joker.
The Joker
That's
just
a really
looks
good
like
point. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I bet you Rob Zombie's Joker would actually look way cooler than this one.
I don't know.
About that, but this looks so bad.
Yeah, this looks fucking terrible.
Reminds me of what's his nuts from House of a Thousand Corpses.
This looks like if you explained to a 5-year-old who had no idea what the Joker looked like, and then they drew him.
Like, why eyebrows? That's the thing that's making me laugh.
Yeah.
Why are you putting drawn on eyebrows?
Why are his teeth black?
That's also an extremely good question. I'm still like
What the
trying to
fuck is
figure out why there's like the crazy fucking Sharpie mouth like outline thing going on.
I don't get what they like. Are they trying to be edgy? Is that what all of this is?
Yeah, it's when your parents get a hold of something and try to make it cool.
Yeah, I think this is like they're yeah, I was gonna say this is like them sitting there going, we need to make this thing look like fucking cool and like something. We need to own this ourselves. Yeah, no, you did, and nobody likes it. It's stupid.
No, I don't know when or if this will ever come out, but let's see what the audience thinks about this. Shit-eating grin. He's half related to Batman Returns. Penguin, says Garrick the Tailor. I like that one. It looks stupid, says Snake Eyes. Much worse, says Dr. Coffin Nails. Allergic reaction Joker, says Cosmic Vader. Zach Z says it looks more like the clown from Spawn. Ronald McJoker, says Breadman Productions. Odd Man Out says, looks like he had a makeout session with a huge chocolate cake. And Hunter Dvorak says, the only cut I want is the 4-hour cut of Revenge of the Sith. I would watch a 4-hour cut of Revenge of the Sith, would you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I probably would.
It's a world I don't mind getting lost in, the Star Wars prequels. It's not my favorite version of Star Wars, but I'm not unhappy when I'm there. It'd probably be just like watching the Clone Wars, but really drawn out TV show. So, yeah, bring it on, man. Looks like Roseanne and Joker cosplay, says Primer. That's kind of mean. I like it.
Yeah.
Riddick says, still trash as fuck.
It is indeed.
Oh, my God. David Ayer, you're a talented filmmaker, but, man, no more Suicide Squad. So have you guys heard about the Disney troubles?
Which ones?
So apparently Disney stock didn't do too well because Disney Plus didn't do too well, and people are nervous behind the scenes. I love to report on a giant possibly falling because after years and years of all their fuckery, it's nice to hear them, sometimes struggle.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we've wanted to see, especially with all the shady shit they've got going on where they try to champion themselves as this wonderful family company that just wants to celebrate diversity and all these other things while, giving money and celebrating in a country that keeps people in concentration camps.
Yep.
Isn't it so great?
And it doesn't help that you have these movies that are fucking on your platform and you got to pay $30 to watch it once.
Oh, God, on top of your subscription service.
Yeah.
It's such a great model, guys. I love it so much.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it's a model that is designed to, one, it's designed out of greed, and two, kind of sounds like it's designed to fail. So let's hope that some of the people are waking up to it finally.
No, they won't. People will blindly buy in for a while at least.
Yeah, that's bound to happen. But there's always that hope. A new hope, if you will.
Now, have you guys heard about YouTube removing the like button today?
No.
Oh, I did not hear about that.
Okay, well, let me pull up an image for the audience and we'll start talking about that.
Enlighten us.
Yeah, I will. So, everyone knows that we always ask you to like and subscribe, comment on the videos, but apparently YouTube does not want that anymore. So let's share this. Of course, they have some bullshit reasons. We'll talk about that in just a moment. So there's the like. YouTube is beginning to roll out an update that will remove the number of dislikes a video has from public view in an effort to curb harassment and dislike brigadiering. The company announced on Wednesday. Sorry. Dislike brigading. I can't read. In a blog, YouTube detailed the methodology behind their research and ultimate decision to remove the dislike count on videos. Earlier this year, YouTube began experimenting with removing the dislike count and says it found that users were less likely to target a video's dislike button and ramp up the count. YouTube added that the dislike attacks also disproportionately impact smaller content creators and channels that are just getting their start. Yeah, those small channels like NBC and Universal, Disney, all of them, those are the small content creators that we have to protect, correct?
Right, correct.
Oh,
yeah. It's an internet tale as old as time. Give a user a way to upvote or downvote content, and eventually someone will find themselves the target of people who join it. Wow, whatever. This is bullshit. I think the button should have stayed.
You gotta protect those. Gotta protect those big channels, man. You blame it on harassment, but no, we're not gonna, crack down on channels that are farming views or buying views or, channels that are actually weaponizing their fan bases. No. We're gonna get rid of the fucking dislike button. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll fucking do it.
Yeah, it sounds like Susan's trying to run interference for somebody right now and carry some water.
Why aren't we allowed to dislike stuff? Nowadays, if you have a dissenting opinion, you're just a hater. It's like everybody wants to live in their own fucking retarded bubbles of like nothing but positivity to the point where it's like that's not realistic.
No.
It's awesome to be positive. Then, don't be fantastical about it.
Yeah. And people can, say shit on YouTube, and now they want to make it difficult for the super popular YouTubers to be held accountable for anything. So, they can say and do something ridiculous. They can piss off their fan base. They can get busted for trying to sell gambling sites to their kid audiences. But God forbid the fans have some way of making them, accountable for what they do. But no, let's get rid of it because we don't want them to be harassed. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Remember, like, you'd always hear, people like the counter argument to like, pampering everybody and every kid gets a trophy is like, well, once they get up, they'll find out how it works in the real world. It seems like they're trying to turn the real world into that weird fucking everybody gets a trophy, such a positive experience type of weird fucking dystopian society that they want us to have. And I don't like that.
I don't think it's that. They just want to make more money. You can't push the algorithm for the huger channels if they're getting fucking ratio to death, and you can't, if you're YouTube, you can't put out shitty videos like YouTube Rewind when they're just getting downvoted. You blame it on the fans. You say it's harassment. Yeah. You can make a bunch of shitty videos that are clearly just clickbait and money makers. I don't think they give, and again, any type of societal morality they don't give a shit about. They just want to make it easier and make it to where they can make money with a lot less effort. They don't give a shit about content creators getting downvoted when they're starting out their fucking channels. They're mad about people like Will Smith and Brie Larson and the Paul brothers doing something dumb, saying something dumb, and the fans reacted and downvoting them. They're mad about, hey, let's put out this bullshit so investors see that we're this family-friendly company so we get more advertising revenue. That's what they're doing it for. They don't give a shit about, trophies and all that. They want to make as much money hand over fist as they possibly fucking can. And this just tries to stack the deck in their favor.
Well, it's funny you say that about like the smaller channels and getting downvoted into oblivion. I've noticed that like smaller channels typically don't get downvoted into oblivion if they're whatever they have on there. Like if their video sucks, people typically just don't watch it. And the only time I ever see like small channels, like with like not a whole bunch of subscribers being downloaded into oblivion, it's usually like people that have like sports clips on their videos. And this, like if you go to like look up UFC, whatever, fight between so-and-so and so-and-so, and somebody's on there, it's like full highlights, full match, blah, blah, blah. And it's like that weird fucking like hyper zoom to where you really can't see what's going on.
Yep.
Those will get downloaded into oblivion. Or if you like try to look up like Champions League highlights and it's like some dude with like still images from the match with like this really shitty fucking Eastern European techno music playing on the background, those will get downvoted. And I've participated in downvoting those because I'm like, fuck this guy's shitty video and your house music sucks ass. Fuck you. So those are the ones that I've only ever noticed being downvoted into oblivion that are small channels. So this doesn't make a whole lot of sense if that's their argument, is trying to help the smaller content creators. No, that's
plus
sounds
the
like they're
thing,
trying to run interference.
Right, absolutely. And the other thing too about downvoting is that was the only way to get the algorithm to stop suggesting you bullshit from the channels that they're pushing. So, for me, if I was getting fucking suggested Jake Paul video or one of those other goofy motherfuckers, and it popped up in my recommended, I'd click on it and downvote it. Be like, yo, don't send me this shit. I don't want to watch that. Or if it's someone that, did or said something really fucked up and it got fucking recommended to me still, I'd be like, yeah, sure, click on it, downvote it, and then close it out. That's the only way you have as a YouTube user to not get force-fed what YouTube wants you to watch.
Yeah,
so
dude,
you get rid of that, they can send you whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, dude, it's the same thing. Is like whenever you're listening to Spotify or Amazon Music or something, and you're streaming music and Journey comes on and you fucking downvote it because you're like, fuck Journey. I don't want to listen to that shit. And then it just tells the algorithm or the system that's randomly playing music, he doesn't like that. We're not playing that anymore. Here's more CCR.
Exactly.
They would both get a thumbs down from me.
Well, that's because you have bad taste in 50% of what you just said.
I don't even know how to take that. No, I'm all about. I hate to say it like this, but we are living in that dystopia, and all the sci-fi that I grew up not really liking because it wasn't, exciting like Star Wars, which is space fantasy. We kind of live it. It's really depressing. We're not to the sentient robots yet, but all the other shit, like it's like Black Mirror. Black Mirror was, hey, this is going to be 5 years into the future. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah, could be.
Trust us, we know what you want to look at.
Yeah, we know what you'll like. It's kind of like the Vince McMahon syndrome. Here's what you're gonna like, regardless of how you feel. I'm gonna keep pushing that out there.
It's such good shit, though.
So they say.
Now, speaking of shit, have you guys heard about the new Grand Theft Auto remastered trilogy?
Heard that it's happening. Yeah, I didn't hear anything specific about it. If there's anything new.
Yeah.
So it came out today.
Oh.
And people are not that happy with it because it's kind of unfinished. So the graphics, I played it myself this morning. I played San Andreas. I was happy because the cheat codes are still the exact same buttons from the PS2. So I turned it on. I went, hold on a second. I remember how to fucking spawn the airplane. Cool. It worked. I had some fun with it, but it is a little weird to play. And apparently in some of the other games, it's just like unfinished. And I just wanted to bring this up because gaming keeps reaching the point where we're getting charged through the nose for super new shit or old shit in this case. And it's just not complete. It's not done. And it's not acceptable that this is the case. I mean, yeah, no game is perfect, but I don't remember this shit. This is supposed to be a remaster. It wasn't even the original one like this. But have you guys played any other remastered games that you thought were better than the originals?
Better than the original. I mean,
that car just fell through into a lake and landed on the street.
And made $966.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
That's a shitty fucking taxi ride price. If you get into a cab and his ass drives up a hill through into a lake and you fall down onto the street level and you're expected to pay him $966, you need to really question some decisions you're making.
Hey, you're in the Matrix at that point.
Yeah.
The best one I saw was the guy stole a taxi cab, clicked on the fucking taxi driver mode, and then the guy he stole the taxi from became his passenger. It's like, all right, that's amazing. But as you can see, like the PS2 game looked better than the new one. Like the PS2, it doesn't have the same fidelity. It's not as crisp, but the people look, I don't know, more natural in the world they've created. This lady looks coked out and uncomfortable. She looks like she's seen some shit, Dion.
Wait, that's a lady in the top?
That's for damn sure.
That's a lady in the top. That's your date.
Oof. Now I know why there wouldn't be a second one.
Yeah, what the fuck is on screen is right. That is the Grand Theft Auto Remastered Dr. Coffin Nails for $60. You too can get Rockstar's newest contribution.
No thanks. I will save my money.
Oh, this is the best one though, because it's like, oh yeah, just a crappy face, not a big deal. I don't really care. Well, they didn't even redo the fucking models of the body. Like, look at this guy's neck and shoulders.
Damn,
I mean,
dude, this seems like it's nothing but a fucking cash grab to explain why they haven't put out a Grand Theft Auto 6. It's like, hey guys, you love Grand Theft Auto 5, don't you? And you're like, yeah, I did 6 years ago. You still love it, don't you? Okay. Well, here you go. We've remastered these Grand Theft Auto games. Would you like to play them? I guess. All right, great. Give us $60. Oh. Oh, okay. And then you go home and play, and this is what you fucking get.
I'm okay that I'm on Game Pass, but if I did pay $60, I'd be fucking pissed. Because it's still San Andreas, my favorite game, but there are certain things that just aren't acceptable.
Right. And this is clearly one of them.
Yeah. I just feel like we're stuck. We really are in this cultural standstill entertainment-wise, and it just sucks every time something that's supposed to be new comes out, and it's just a empty cash grab. And Kendo, would you like to guess why Grand Theft Auto 6 will probably never get released?
Because of Twitter?
No, because Grand Theft Auto 5 sold 5 million copies recently.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah. That's what, 5 million times. How much are they selling it for $20 now, or is it still like $40 or $50?
Still full.
Fuck. So yeah, so $60 times 5 million or 5 million. You do the math.
Ooh, Neuromancer says Blade Runner has always and will be superior to Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't know about that shit.
I think he was the guy that was just screaming about the virtues of Journey in the channel. So clearly he's 0 for 2 in the opinion category.
What is that one song? That distant whatever, someday love will find you. That Journey song's fine. I kind of like that one. The one that's in Tron Legacy.
Yeah, keep cranking on your big wheel in the sky, keeping it turning. Fuck you, Steve.
There's no place that I'd rather be, yeah.
Yeah, I can think of a lot of places I'd rather be, and none of them is in fucking born and raised in South Detroit. Fuck those songs. I hate Journey. Fuck Journey.
I, too, would take a midnight train going anywhere.
Yeah. Happy trails, Hans. Journey sucks.
Dion, I'm sad we didn't go see Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah, no, we'll just say that for the next one.
It's epic. So let's... Oh, folks, by the way, I'm going to get the login for Twitch, and I'm going to be streaming some of this Grand Theft Auto San Andreas fuckery, so be on the lookout for that. We'll have fun. I don't intend to play the game fairly. I like to fuck around in Grand Theft Auto, so if you want to watch me blow up people and, I don't know, probably steal a tank, turn off the cops, go take the tank into the woods, blow up shit, drive off a mountain... Yeah, subscribe to WCBS Twitch channel and be prepared for some Grand Theft Auto fun. I know you're going to like it. So now let's see what is up with the audience because we've had a lot of people join us. So Xavier to God, thank you very much. He says, I heard for rumors on No Way Home that Elfman's Spider-Man theme will be in it and that you will see Dunst's MJ at the end with Toby's daughter. What? I don't even know what... That just seems like wish fulfillment. Like, guys, we've had movies where, like, the old actors come back and cameo for a couple minutes. We'll get more. I'm convinced we'll get more Batman, Michael Keaton Batman in the Flash kids than we'll get any at all multiple Spider-Mans in the movie. Academy Award winner Tyler Perry, thank you very much. Says every time I receive an Oscar, Madea gets one too.
Well, I'm glad that you got an Oscar for, best dumb shit for the last decade. And not for making film, which is what you should be getting one for, asshole.
Xavier to God, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, I hate that YouTube comment system now because I can't say certain words to dumb or annoying people and type what I really want to say because it won't be. They're taking away our ability to post and comment, huh? Yeah, I'm not a fan of how YouTube's handling. We're technically in this window of small content creators that would be protected. It's like people really don't do these coordinated attacks on all this shit. It's usually just bad entertainment. Star Wars, the High Republic, those got downvoted into oblivion because it's a fucking rock called Geode. What a dumb character. Ram Jamaram, not a good character name. Great Button, not a great character name. Jamaram!
That's a terrible character name.
It is. But, Xavier to God, I agree with you. Not about agreeing with you. I'm frustrated alongside of you, if that makes sense. I don't want to say I'm frustrated with you. That makes it sound like, you did something wrong.
Yeah, or it sounds like, two nerdy college kids on a Friday night.
Oh, there were more than two of us back in the day. Somebody in the chat's asking if there's a better heel than Rick Rude. He says, name a better heel than Rick Rude.
Oh,
damn. That's a good oof.
I mean, I don't know, dude, because I can't see you getting away with spray painting your current feud's wife's face on your tights these days and getting away with it.
I mean, the only one I could possibly think is a better heel is Ric Flair. But even then, there are just so many classic Rick Rude heel moments. It's just it's tough. He's got to be the only one that's in the same conversation.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like 80s heels, it's definitely Rick Rude, because I don't know if that guy was ever a face. I can't think that his character would ever lend itself to being like that. Better heels than Rick, dude. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of some people that just fucking drew massive heat for the right reasons. And outside of like MJF nowadays,
Slaughter were good heels.
I wouldn't say Slaughter was drawing heat for the right reasons, though. I mean, that was just a cheap fucking heat thing to stoke the fires of the whole Gulf conflict.
It worked, though.
It did work. I think Muhammad Hassan was drawing some fucking nuclear ass heat for a while there.
Yeah, but he kind of blew.
Yeah, he sucked it. As a wrestler, he sucked. His gimmick was, I don't know if poorly timed or greatly timed is how you would describe that one, just because, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I would say, if we had to put the pantheon, like if we had to do our own Mount Rushmore of like great heels, Rude has to be on it. He has to be, because
for sure.
I mean,
I know it's not a pop.
I was gonna say Jake Roberts should have been on there too, because he was a fantastic heel wrestler too.
Absolutely.
And the funny thing is, like when we talk about Ric Rude with the spray painted of the guy's wife on his tights, it's Jake's wife too, because he was going through a face run at the time. So that was definitely those two, but I don't know, man. Rude definitely is up there. Mr. Perfect was a great heel. Yep. The narcissist, the gimmick would have been amazing. Yeah, that would have been a great heel gimmick if Lex Luger didn't have like zero personality.
I know this isn't popular to say in most wrestling circles, but I still would throw Triple H up there because he was so unlikable. He had like at times go away heat, but I hated him. Like when people say like you would pay to watch him get his ass beat, that's something I agreed with because it was so satisfying to watch him lose at WrestleMania each year and all that bullshit he pulled.
Yeah.
And then I found it funny too because it's like when he would go for these reigns of terrors, then he would get injured and then they would just stop naturally. It's like the universe's way of saying no, Triple H, calm the fuck down. But
yeah,
I liked him as a heel, not as a face though. He sucks in DX as a face.
Yeah,
no, yeah, for sure.
Face DX was not. See, the problem with like DX, like they were technically faces during like the 90s because they were feuding with like the actual heel group of the Nation of Domination. But then like when they reformed them and they were like the good guys, it's like that doesn't work because like the entire gimmick was you were rebelling against, authority and, being assholes. It doesn't work when you're like, hey guys, cheer us because we're rebelling against the authority and we're acting like cheeky assholes. It's like, no, it was funnier when you did it before.
Now, Mycroft Holmes on screen says, so if we're at a cultural impasse, how do we break out of it? I wanted to address this one because this is an excellent question. We just make new stuff. We go out there and we take 5 minutes to try to look at something else that we haven't seen. We're all guilty of, I'm going to watch a movie. I could check out something new. I'll just watch a rerun of Batman on HBO or this or that. But the cultural standstill, you can obviously vote for it with your wallet in many ways, but not supporting reboots and remakes would help because if those things all fail across the board, then Hollywood will stop because they do listen. If Ghostbusters 2016 was a success at the box office, they would have gone forward with more female Ghostbusters films, or any of these female-led or gender rebooted or swapped or all this other stuff. If those were successful, they'd keep making them. But they nerf all of these properties with them. So just, it doesn't even matter if there's an ideology you don't agree with. If there's a remake or a reboot, those are the ones that really should die. Because how many times do I need to see the Jungle Book retold? How many times do I need to see George of the Jungle? I'll stop using jungle examples. How many times do I need to see, I don't know, don't remake Clash of the Titans. Don't fucking touch, I don't know, The Thing. Like, there's just so many pointless remakes. If we got past that, think of it like this. You have to make a movie. There will be a movie in that slot. It'll be something different, something original. If it's not a remake or a reboot, it could be great, it could be terrible, but at least it's something else. And that is how I think you get past a lot of it.
Yeah. Add to that making entertainment and not caring what Twitter says about it.
Agreed.
Like just saying, this is what I want to make, and I don't give a shit if people on social media are upset and it hurts their fifis.
Now, Primer, thank you very much for your super generous super chases. In my opinion, YouTube removed the dislike button because the White House and CNN videos were getting downvoted hard. They're trying to protect Biden and dinosaur media by suppressing any indication that people disapprove of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely like anything Brian Stelter puts on like YouTube, like CNN puts him on there. Like, I mean, that guy gets about as many views as we do, and he's on fucking mainstream national like 24-hour news. He gets fucking driven hard down too. So I can see that because they have definitely been running some interference and some protection.
Why not just let the people's voices be heard? All right. That's the shit that pisses me off. There's no in a perfect system, they would just fix the other problem, not let people approve or disapprove. Not letting us see the thumbs up and thumbs down doesn't fix the actual problem. That's my issue. Why don't they ever want to fix the problem instead of?
Didn't Netflix start that shit with like that Amy Schumer fucking stand-up special that was awful that got downvoted to hell, and they were like, oh, we got to take away the thumbs up and the thumbs down or no, it was the star rating. That's what it was.
Yep.
And they switched to just straight thumbs up and thumbs down because they're like, oh, we can't let Amy Schumer get 0 stars because her comedy special sucks and she's not funny.
No, we have to alter $1 billion corporation's entire, like Rotten Tomatoes was altered for Captain Marvel.
True.
Yep.
It's like all these these high level victims, and what I'm using air quotes here, but these companies, the government, whatever you want to say, they're just like dying on the hill for these movements. It's weird.
Yeah, it used to be like if you received criticism, and it was like a lot of it, you would say, okay, so what am I doing wrong and what are people not liking? Like if people like came to our like videos and like just shit on us in the comments and it was like legitimate stuff, not just like you guys suck because you don't like Star Wars. I'm like, I mean, I'm not going to take that one seriously. But like if they actually hit me with something constructive, I might be like, huh, okay, maybe we can try to improve that. Or I'd be like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But at least that's what you're supposed to do with like constructive criticism, or like if your shit's not landing and your jokes aren't landing or your content's not landing or people are tuning out, you go, why is that happening? What can I do to fix it? That's the way it's supposed to work. It's all about self-improvement.
I agree. And cutting yourselves out from that kind of stuff is detrimental to your growth. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but as we barrel towards whatever future, it's going to be just flanked with shit like this all the time to protect assholes. Space Monkey 0899, thank you very much. New Cortana model looks awful in Halo Infinite. Space Monkey 0899, that is true. Well, I agree with you. But I was really upset by the fucking open world possibility of Halo. Halo used to have all these unique level designs and cool... you go all over. I hate open world gaming in first person because it's not as, I don't know, the scale's not as epic to me. And plus, after 8 years of Grand Theft Auto 5, open world games are kind of not in my good graces anymore. Red Dead Redemption 2 was awesome, but I didn't get deep enough into that game to really appreciate it like you guys did.
Yeah, I got too deep into that game to where I haven't even finished the story mode yet, and I'm burnt out. I'm just like, I've just because I spent I would spend like 3 days just riding around trying to find legendary animals to kill just to get all the trinkets, and then I literally spent a week going through riding around in my free time trying to find like iguanas and other shit so I could get like all the different satchel bags and everything like that. It's like, I invested far too much time in all the open worldness of that to where I got to the point where like, man, I'm like 90% completed on the storyline. Do I even want to feel like finishing it? No, let's go try to catch that fucking big fish by the bridge. 6 hours later, fuck, I don't want to play this game anymore.
It's been years since I've touched it, and it's a great game. It's
an amazing.
I have too many games, I guess.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. It's one of those games that's like, you always sit there and you say, man, I wish there was more to do in this game. And then they give you far too much to do. And you're like, God, there's just fucking too much to do in this game.
Well, that's why Rockstar, you think they're going to pull back for GTA 6 and then develop a lesser featured game and then it's going to turn people off?
No, they're just going to fucking reskin GTA 5 for the next console and be like, hey, guys, remember GTA 5 and how much you loved it? Well, here it is again on the Xbox Series fucking blow me. And you're like, oh, great. I can't wait to play this on PS12.
That's what I always wanted. The same fucking story of Michael, Trevor, and Franklin.
Yeah.
It was awesome once.
We've included a new mission where you guys can rob another jewelry store.
Oh, my God. What a way to spend $70. Rockstar, get your shit together. But Space Monkey 0899, thank you very much. Brayer247i says the best heel is clearly Tully Blanchard. He was hated by everyone, including other wrestlers.
That is actually a true statement. Tully had heat with the fans and the boys backstage. I think the only person he didn't actually have any like real heat with was maybe Arn Anderson, but even then, I think he kind of did.
Dude had a way, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like his daughter, Tessa, has found a way to have heat with every fucking wrestling promotion to the point where none of them will give her a job.
I heard that.
I mean, that one is definitely her fault. The shit she was pulling was like, do you not want a job?
Yeah, that was all on her.
Xavier to God, thank you very much. He says, I heard that Electro is yellow because he became overcharged and went Super Saiyan. In the comic, Electro just wears a yellow suit. In the Spectacular Spider-Man, he is, what is he? He is like yellowish because he does just get struck by the eels in the fucking Kurt Connor lab. That's what happens in that cartoon. And then Jamie Foxx's Electro is blue. But there's that weird comic book version where he becomes a ball of energy, and I don't like that one. Dion, are you an Electro fan?
I am mainly because he's just so goddamn wacky, And then obviously for the Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro game for PlayStation 1, I fucking love that game. And the end he becomes supercharged, pure energy, and you got to beat his ass.
I never finished that game. You know that it's censored, right?
Censored how?
The original ending of that game takes place on the World Trade Center. And when obviously 9/11 happened, they went back and altered it. But yeah, that's how that game's supposed to end. Or maybe the original release ends like that and they went back and changed it. But
damn.
Yeah. I think they just like cut a few lines of dialogue out and basic little things like that, but the level's pretty much identical. And finally, our friend Samurai Vader says Xenoblade DE is a remaster better than the OG. I was not aware of that. I don't think I've ever played any of the Xenoblade games. Have you?
No.
No. Not my cup of tea.
I feel like Hillary would play those.
Oh, yeah, at 100%.
Well, guys, we got this show started a little late, but it is pretty late, so we're going to have to cut this one short. Is there anything you guys want to say before we go?
Free, yeah.
Yeah, free that guy.
Those are my final words. Yeah. So, folks, from all of us here on the channel, thank you for watching. I'll be back next time. Oh, hold on, we got another super chat. Xavier to God, thank you very much. He says, "Oh, Jeff, in the animated series, he was Super Soldier, and I have the Tom DeFalco Spider-Man guide since I was a kid. Oh, well, Xavier to God, then you and I have the same book. That was Christmas 2001. My mom bought me that book. It was funny. She's like, oh, I got you a Guinness Book of World Records. I know you already have one. I'll return it. And then she's like, but you can at least open the wrapping. And it was that Spider-Man book. And I was like, oh, it's so cool. And so in my original book, you can see where I would draw. Like I would put a piece of paper on the page next to a drawing, and I would use the book as like backing, but I wasn't trying to trace the picture. So you can actually see like the pen indents of like my old drawings in my book. So I got a new copy years down the road. But for anyone out there that has never read it, you guys got to check it out. If you want to learn about Spider-Man, or there's one on X-Men, there's also one on Batman as well as Superman. But these DK publishing books that were these ultimate visual guides, they were awesome. And the Spider-Man one taught me so much about the character. And they keep updating it. The initial book ends with Ultimate Spider-Man being released the year before in 2000. And the movie hadn't been released yet. So later editions, I'm pretty sure, add the movie. But no matter what version you get, you're going to enjoy the book. So Xavier to God, I'm glad you got it. Darian217, thank you very much. He says, what's your take on the latest round of WWE cuts, Nia Jax, etc.? Wait, Nia Jax got fired?
Yeah, you know that? Yeah, she got cut. She was part of that last round of like massive cuts because her name was that was like there was a few that were sort of surprising. Hers was like the most surprising because I thought she was Teflon due to who her cousin is. But yeah, no, she got the axe. Probably just to save on insurance money.
Well, her whole.
Yeah. Well, we'll always have that.
Somebody said she should have been fired years ago. I agree with that statement.
100%. She was definitely not ready for prime time.
She should have got fired when she broke Becky Lynch's nose.
Oh, God. Well, is that a blessing in disguise, though?
I mean, that
it absolutely is. If you fucked up Survivor Series. Yeah, we got a huge pop from it. It was dope, but
yeah,
you can't be fucking up major plans.
It launched Stone Cold Becky Lynch.
True, but we can't expect every accidental nose break to make another star.
Right. For every Becky accidental nose break, you get Kairi Sane's head getting gashed open on the stairs. Alexa Bliss being dumped on her head, Charlotte being dumped on her head, countless other female wrestlers dumped on her. Well, I mean, Charlotte getting dumped on her head, at this point, you're just like, good. But, so many other countless female wrestlers dumped on their head. At a certain point, you got to be like, look, we're trying to bury the concussion issue and pretend it doesn't happen. We can't literally be having a woman on here giving everybody CTE.
Yeah.
Well, it's not good for business. Vince only does what's best for business. Sorry, Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Bomb Shoes, thank you very much for your super generous super chat. 343 is Disney Star Wars. You get Halo 4, which is nostalgia fest with very little substance. Halo 5 was a systematic destruction of the main character. And Halo 6 is irrelevant because of how bad Halo 5 was.
I mean, those are all accurate statements.
Yeah. Dude, Halo 4... After Halo 3, it all went to shit for me. No, I take that back. I liked Reach.
Yeah, Reach was good. ODST was fun.
Yeah, those were really fun. But Halo 5, I won't download Halo 5. I've heard nothing but terrible things about it.
It's not fun. It is awful.
How's the multiplayer?
Actually, I never played the multiplayer on that one. I barely got through the campaign. I don't even think I finished the campaign just because I'm like, I don't fucking like this.
That's how I was with Halo 4's campaign. I got 2 missions in, and I was like, I'll stick with multiplayer, though.
I was able to grind it out. The multiplayer was pretty fun. I did enjoy the multiplayer on 4, but, dude, I'm one of those people that the first thing I do with Halo is I always try to play the campaign. I enjoy the story. I've read the Halo books. I'm that type of person that those are the game. They should be aiming this shit at me, and it's like, yo, you're missing. Because I ain't wanting this. Maybe I should start Twitch streaming too, and I should start playing Master Chief Collection and going through the Halo saga.
Ooh. I'm gonna commit to the new one in 2022 on Twitch because it comes out December, so it'll be. It'll be just a few weeks later when I get back from Christmas. I'll start playing some Halo.
I guess I'll get it too.
Just get yourself Game Pass. It's $15 a month. It'll be on there.
All right.
I won't promote it on the channel. This isn't a commercial, but any of my gamer friends I would tell to get it because it's just got tons of shit. So it's good value. But Halo 6, I'm so worried. Like, I miss when Halo was its own thing. It used to be, it was ubiquitous. Everybody played it, but it had its own flavor. They're trying to make Halo more like Call of Duty, and I don't like when other things try to become derivative and copy the other competition. Let Call of Duty be Call of Duty. It sells 1 million copies, so does Halo. Like, it has 2 different audiences.
Right.
But thank you, Bomb Shoes, for that. Oh, I did download. What was that fucking book? Is The Fall of Reach the first Halo book? Because
I don't know if it's the first one, but it's one of the better ones.
Well, instead of me asking which it is, I'll just tell you which one I downloaded because it was fun. I mean, I'm most of the way through it. I enjoy it. I love Halo. I want to get more of the toys.
R.I.P. Red Team, man. They did not do too good.
My boy Blue. Oh, I did get the Jay Chandler Harsekar book, though, so. There we go.
Nick was playing that one up.
Now, Xavier to God, thank you very much again for your generous super chat. He says, Nia Jax was taking a mental break, and when WWE gave her return schedule, she said she wasn't ready, so they let her go. It was said she was on the chopping block for years, and her injuring people didn't go unnoticed. Oh, okay.
I heard her vaccination status played a role into it as well, but
that's what I heard. A lot of them were.
I think that's a lot of it's just rumor.
So you're saying that the mental health break is the rumor to cover that, or
no? She's confirmed that she told him she was taking a mental health break, and like a week later they canned her ass. Or no, they told her to be at TV, and she was just like, "But I'm on a break," and then they canned her ass.
She's on vacation.
Yeah.
Huh?
Dion, you were on vacation. I'm glad you were here, buddy. It was an awesome time.
All right.
WWE, though, if they keep doing some of these big roster cuts like this, I know JR recently said, oh, it's not the end of your wrestling career if you don't want it to be. Maybe AEW will pick you up, but WWE has a lot of talent, like too much talent. Like, you can't just, other companies can't pick them up because all they're going to do is look like the WWE. They don't want their leftovers.
Well, yeah, because that's part of the problem WWE had is they were just stockpiling talent. They're like raiding every indie wrestler they could because it's like, we just want to keep AEW from getting them. And then they realized they had too fucking many people and nothing to do with any of them. So then they've had to systematically release them. And then AEW has been like cherry picking the scraps. And it's like, and like every time there's like a wave of cuts, they're like, oh, AEW should get this person. AEW should get this person. It's like, if they do that, they're going to run into the same fucking problem. They're not going to have enough TV time for all these people. And then they're just going to have to release a bunch of them.
So speaking of wrestling, tomorrow WrestleMania tickets go on sale.
Yeah.
Dion, are we going to go?
Yeah. I dig it.
Well, cool. That's something we'll talk about off air. I'll get up early and take care of that. Nia Jax, though, I don't think she'll ever show up in AEW. She wasn't talented at all. She looks like she wrestles in a plastic bag, and unless she's going to scream my hole for 2 hours, no one's going to give a fuck.
Correct.
Do you think the WWE is going to sell?
No. Well, I mean, I think eventually they might, because that rumor has been bandied about for the last couple of years. AEW selling, or not AEW, WWE is going to sell to Disney, and I'm just like, it's one of those things you could see it happening, but anytime soon is probably not. That would require Vince to give up control, and that guy's such a fucking sociopath that there's no way he's going to give up control of his company till he's dead.
He'll never die.
That's also possibly true.
All right, so folks, thank you for joining us tonight. It was an abbreviated show, but it was a lot of fun, and we'll be back on. We're going to do some extra stuff on Sunday. So from all of us here on the channel, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.